who has a father? Good, because these jokes are going to land perfectly, because I mean, after all fathers, in the end, are motherfuckers. And this night will be very, very special because I have one very special guest in the audience tonight. Give it up for my dad, who is up there in the private box of his own.
Motherfucker! Sorry.
I'll come to that a little bit later, but when I was talking to my dad about I performed in Chicago, he thought that this was some sort of like VR place, like from the future. Used to do, you, Dad, this is Poland, not fucking Tokyo. But the thing is, I know my dad absolutely loves Poland and he loves the Polish people. That's why every single time he has a discussion with the Polish person goes something like, kurwa, pierdolę, cholera, right after they have talked with my dad. Also, my dad is very, very eager to learn new languages. For example, he likes to thank people in their own languages. For example, the word for thank you in Polish to him is something like Dziępila. Dziękatu. Dzień dobry. Anything else but dziękuję. The man has invented 100 ways of saying thank you in Polish, but not one of them right. It's also funny because yesterday we went with my dad and his lovely, lovely wife to Bialiczka salt mines. Very beautiful place. But it was kind of funny that last year, when I moved here, all of my family comes down here and every single one of them wants to take me to Auschwitz, like those bastards up there. And it just left me with one question, that what it tells about me, that all of my loved ones first wants to take me to concentration camp. And right after to a fucking salt mine. Maybe that should tell something about me. But the thing is, some of you might have noticed my dad, and he's bigger. But let me tell you something. I'll defend my dad on this one. He's not fat. He's just equipped for the Finnish climate. As some of you might know, in Finland, they get 4 months of cold. Thank you, Joe. In Finland, they get 4 months of cold and 8 months of fucking cold. He needs everything he can get, you know. But the thing is also, he's a taxi driver by nature. I mean, he's been for 30 years in Helsinki. And he loves to talk about taxes, and he loves to make those comparisons between Finnish and Krakowian taxis. And a couple of years ago, they liberalized the Finnish taxi market. Sorry, I misspoke. They ruined the Finnish taxi market. And nowadays, my dad likes to say that it's the same thing if you take a taxi in Helsinki or in Krakow. The quality of service has completely collapsed. It doesn't matter if you take a taxi in Helsinki or if you take a taxi in Krakow, you can't expect a taxi driver to speak Finnish.
Wow!
And now comes part about my dad, and as I said, my dad and his wife, who is not my mother. How would I describe this and their relations between my mom and with my dad? My dad really doesn't like to talk about my mom. My mom can't talk anything else but my dad. The only moment I got Dad to talk about my mom was to describe my mother, who he was in a relationship for with 25 years, as the biggest mistake of his life. Which, in extension, makes me one of those mistakes. Thanks, Dad! But some of you might know I visited Finland on the beginning of the year, and I was staying with my family. And unbeknownst to them, they were playing a speed run. Who of you knows what a speed running a video game is? Give me a noise, give me a noise. In that case, I have to explain. Speedrunning a video game means that you want to complete a video game in the shortest amount of time possible. So basically, you want to clear everything as fast as you can to get to the ending screen. And unbeknownst to my family members, they were playing a game called How Fast You Can Piss Lauri Off. My dad posted a very respectable time of 26 hours, 15 minutes, and 14 seconds of talking about taxis, taxi industry in Finland, his car, taxis, taxis, other taxis, his own taxi, his customers, taxis, politics in Finland, and taxis. However, Dad, I have to tell you that you lost to my mother, who managed to clear the game in 12 hours, 15 minutes, and 47 seconds by mostly talking about you. But, my mother didn't win this competition. It was actually my brother who cleared the game in 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 47 seconds about complaining about immigrants. Knowing that I live here, it kind of hit hard. But my dad likes to say, I'm not old, I'm classic. That's not true, Dad. That's not true. What I'm gonna say is, don't become old. Don't become a classic. Do something that my dad does. Become a fucking legend. Thank you, guys. Go get yourself some beer.